What is up, everybody? JT Dangerously, once again, I am here to do my Ring of Honor's Road to G1 Supercard Dallas 2019 predictions. Now, Road to G1 Supercard Dallas happens this Thursday, live and exclusively on Honor Club from Gillies in Dallas, Texas. Now, the Road to G1 Supercard is also the return of Tag War, a 12-team tournament where the winner receives first, a Ring of Honor World Tag Team title shot at the 17th anniversary show in Vegas, and the second gains entry into the Crockett Cup. Now, this show is pretty stacked, the first of 3 big shows in Texas. This first show is stacked with 9 fantastic matches, 3 first-round matches in Tag Wars. So, I'm very excited to do the first of the 3 big Road to G1 Supercard shows for you guys this year, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, our record coming into Road to G1 Supercard Dallas after our last Ring of Honor pay-per-view, which was Honor Reigns Supreme back in Concord, North Carolina, we went 6-3. So our overall record coming in is 187, 61-1. So we're coming in hot. We haven't had a losing record yet in 2019, and I'm looking to keep it that way. So hopefully in this video we will continue the winning ways. We're on a 3 pay-per-view winning streak. Hopefully in this video we're going to make it 4. Hopefully. Now, this is the first of some big videos that will be up on the channel today and this week. So, hope you guys will be able to watch all these videos. As always, show your support by watching these videos, super kicking those like buttons, hitting that notification bell, and commenting your picks and your opinions in the comment sections down below. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel today, it's a first time viewer, and this is your first video, boy, pick to go in if you're a huge Ring of Honor fan like myself, and you're ready for this first Road to G1 Supercard in Dallas. Welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I am JT Dangerously. Welcome to the club, because this club is 2. Whoop, whoop. Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into these predictions. Starting off with the first matchup. It is a first ever meeting between these 2 women one-on-one. On one side, representing the Twisted Sisters, she'll be accompanied by her partner, Thunder Rosa. She is the international star, Holidead. And her opponent is a former multiple-time TNA Knockouts champion, a multiple-time TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champion, and for me, she is the #1 contender for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. She is the Killer Bee, Madison Rayne. Now, these 2 have met in a couple tag team matches throughout 2018, but this is their first time meeting one-on-one in 2019. Now, starting off with Holiday first, I think this is the first time we've seen her since State of the Art Dallas and in San Antonio last year. And she's looking to make 2019 her year and possibly have a shot at Kelly Klein's Ring of Honor Women's title. Then on your side, you have Madison Rayne coming in, and she's starting off 2019 on a really good note because in center stage in Atlanta in a TV taping, Madison Rayne defeated Sumi Sakai and Jenny Rose in a triple threat matchup in which Madison pinned Sumi. So for me, Sumi Sakai lost to Kelly Klein and Madison Rayne. So for me, Madison Rayne is the #1 contender for the Ring of Honor Women's title. But with the Ring of Honor Women's title being defended every time Kelly Klein's in a one-on-one match, it can go. The women's title is definitely going to be very much a hot potato. So coming from me, in this first ever meeting between these 2 women one-on-one and possibly a contenders match, I'm going to go with Madison Rayne to defeat Holidead by any means. And now the next matchup. It is a first-round matchup in the 2019 Tag Wars Tournament. On one side, they are representing the New Japan Pro Wrestling's LA Dojo Young Lions, consisting of Carl Fredericks and Alex Coughlin. And their opponents, representing Ring of Honor's Lifeblood, consisting of the 4th generation David Finlay and his partner. He is the reigning IWGP United States Champion, the leader of Lifeblood, and if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is the flamboyant Juice Robinson. Now, this is a big matchup for these LA Dojo Young Lions. I mean, you have a chance to knock off 2 of the best tag teams in Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling, and they definitely are going to have some trouble with these two. I mean, these two, I don't know a lot about them. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't watch a lot of the LA Dojo Young Lions other than I do know their coaches are Scorpio Sky and Katsuyori Shibata. So they got some good coaches over there in the dojo in Los Angeles. But this is a big matchup for these two young lions. Then on the other side, you have the Lifeblood team of Finjuice. I mean, this is kind of a role reversal. I mean, remember, David Finlay and Juice Robinson were, before they were big stars now, they were young lions. So now they are at where these new young lions want to be, in the main event scene. And this matchup is a very much of a New Japan match, because we usually see like Shota Umino and Ayoto Yoshida facing off against an expert tag team in New Japan. But now we're getting it in Ring of Honor and in a tournament. So coming from me in this first round matchup in the 2019 Tag Wars tournament, I'm going to go with Finjuice to defeat the team of Carl Fredericks and Alex Coughlin. And now the next matchup, it is a one-on-one Proven Grounds match. On one side, looking to prove his worth, he is also coming out of the New Japan Pro Wrestling LA Dojo. He is the young lion known as Clark Connors. And his opponent is the reigning Ring of Honor World Television Champion. He's one of my favorites. He is the Hawaiian Juggernaut, Jeff Cobb. Now, this matchup is big for Clark Connors. I mean, he has a chance to actually go out there and try to defeat the Ring of Honor Television Champion in Jeff Cobb, because if he can win, he gets a future Ring of Honor Television Championship matchup. But it's not going to be easy against the Hawaiian Juggernaut, but this is a big opportunity for the youngster. Then on the other side, you have Jeff Cobb coming in as the Ring of Honor Television Champion. He won I think it was it was supposed to be a 4-corner survival instant reward match at Honor Reign Supreme, but with Shane Taylor walking out, Jeff Cobb found a way to retain his belt, and then was attacked by Shane Taylor from behind with the distraction of Silas Young. So you already know that Ring of Honor Television title race is going to get really good with Silas and Shane Taylor going after Jeff Cobb. So coming from me in this one-on-one Proven Grounds match, man, this matchup has always been my bane. If you remember, Global Wars Toronto cost me my long winning streak. So coming from me, I'm going to go with Jeff Cobb to defeat Clark Connors by any means. And now the next matchup. It is a first ever meeting between these two men one-on-one. On one side, representing Chaos, he is a former 8-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion. He is the manager of the former 2-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Roppongi 3K, and he's a damn good commentator if you listen to him. He is the king of sneaky style, Rocky Romero. And Rocky's opponent is the leader of the kingdom, and he is 1/3 of the first ever 3-time Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team Champions. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He's Matt Taven. Now, this one's going to be a really interesting one-on-one showdown. Now, starting off with Rocky Romero first, I think this is his first one-on-one matchup in Ring of Honor. I think this is his first match one-on-one in a long time, because I always see Rocky Romero as a guy in a tag team matchup, multiple tag matches with Chaos, but I think this is the first time I'm seeing him one-on-one. And his track record one-on-one is pretty solid, but he's looking to get a big win here and knock off the real world's champ. The other side, you have Matt Taven coming off his big win with the Kingdom in that 6-man Proven Grounds matchup against Luchasaurus, Delirious, and Hurricane at Honor Reign Supreme. So Matt Taven is coming in extra hot, and with the G1 Supercard coming up in Madison Square Garden, Matt Taven is definitely owed a Ring of Honor World title, because he is the real Ring of Honor World Champion. So coming from me in this first ever meeting between these two one-on-one, This one's tricky because it's the who's gonna find a way to cheat first. And we know Rocky Romero, he ain't called the king of sneaky style for nothing, folks. And Matt Taven with his Kingdom buddies TK and Vinny, you can definitely see them getting involved. But coming from me, I am taking Matt Taven to defeat Rocky Romero by any means. And now the next matchup, it is another first round tag team battle in the 2019 Tag Wars tournament, and I feel like this one's going to be an absolute banger. On one side, they are also representing Ring of Honor's Lifeblood, consisting of Mark Haskins, aka Little CM Punk, and Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. And their opponents consisting of a very damn good tag team of Ring of Honor's resident submission specialist, the Octopus Jonathan Gresham, and his partner is the reigning Ring of Honor World Champion, the greatest first-generation wrestler in this business today, and he is the franchise of Ring of Honor, and if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is Jay Lethal. Now, you talk about a fantastic tag team matchup. This one can definitely steal the show here in Dallas. I mean, starting off with Haskins and Williams, with them aligning themselves with Juice Robinson's Lifeblood team. This team is definitely looking to prove themselves, and like Jay Lethal said, he wants them to prove themselves. He wants this Lifeblood group to prove themselves and bring back honor to Ring of Honor. And Mark Haskins, coming off his big win over the Beer City Bruiser in Concord, Tracy Williams winning winning his match against Flip Gordon amid the Flip Gordon injury. But this team could definitely be a dark horse to win it. I wouldn't be surprised. Mark Haskins, Tracy Williams is a fantastic team, and they have a big opportunity to knock possibly a team that could make it to the finals this year. Down the other side, you have Gresham and Lethal, who have tag team before. They look like just an unstoppable tag team. But the thing is, Jay Lethal's the Ring of Honor World Champion. Does he really need to be in the picture for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions? Do they know who the tag team champions are? They're the Briscoes. So you know it's going to be physical. And also being into the Crockett Cup, Jay Lethal is definitely going to be defending this belt in Madison Square Garden. They've been teasing it's going to be Nick Aldis, which I don't even know why Aldis is there. I mean, I get that he's representing the NWA and Ring of Honor is partnering with them with this Crockett Cup tournament. But he being in this matchup doesn't really make any sense because he doesn't really need to be the tag team champions and he doesn't really need to be in the Crockett Cup. So Jonathan Gresham definitely picked a great partner, but it almost guarantees them that they're not going to get as far as this match or in San Antonio. So coming from me, in this first round matchup in the 2019 Tag Wars tournament, this one's tricky. You can go either way with any of these two teams. But I'm going to go with, man, this one's tricky. This one's a tricky pick. I'm going to go with the team of Jonathan Gresham and the Ring of Honor World Champ Jay Lethal to defeat Mark Haskins and Hot Sauce Tracy Williams in an absolute banger. And now the next matchup. It is a 6-man tag team match. On one side, they are consisting of Boy 1 and Boy 2, the Boys, and their partner is the former Ring of Honor World Champion. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. Boys, let's break some hearts. He is Dalton Castle and their opponents, consisting of, for me, the #1 contender for the Ring of Honor Television Champion, one of the underrated guys Ring of Honor definitely needs to be looking at, and if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is Shane Taylor, and his partners are the 10-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. These are the greatest team in Ring of Honor's history, and if you know their music, you know who I'm talking about. It's time to for the sky, boy. They are Mark J. the Briscoes. Now, this matchup is very interesting. You got Dalton Castle and the boys, which Dalton Castle is coming off his heartbreaking loss to Jay Lethal at Honor Reign Supreme in the main event for the Ring of Honor World title. So Dalton definitely has to regroup after that. Now, with him losing to Jay Lethal, he's definitely going to be dropping off the ladder of number one of contenders for that belt. But this matchup is definitely big. He's got a chance to rebound and bounce back, and he's got his boys with him, Boy 1 and Boy 2, who are going to be in a match in Tag Wars, so we just don't know who they're going to be facing. But they're looking, both these teams, this team of Castle and the boys are looking to, one, get back on track and get a big win here. Then on the other side, you have Shane Taylor and the Briscoes, and you talk about an OP six-man team right here. Shane Taylor, for me, is the number one contender for the Ring of Honor television title. Even though he didn't need to be in that four-corner survival instant reward match at Honor Reign Supreme, he doesn't need to prove anything. Really, let's think about this. He has faced guys like Evil, Yano, Hangman Adam Page, and he has definitely proved his worth. And the fact that Ring of Honor had to put him in a Proven Grounds match to see who would go after the Ring of Honor television title is kind of a joke, because Shane Taylor did all of that in 2018, yet he had to prove himself in a match. For me, he didn't need to be in that match at all. Even though it cost me an L, it cost me a victory in that instant reward match, I was fine with him walking out, because as he said, he doesn't need to prove it. He is the number one contender. Then you got the Briscoes, who are coming off their amazing matchup against Villain Enterprises at Honor Reign Supreme, in which Villain Enterprises beat the Briscoes and Silas Young. So you already know, Brody and PCO could be my favorites to win Tag Wars this year, to face off against the Briscoes at the 17th anniversary show for those Ring of Honor tag team titles. So you already know the Briscoes are going to be pissed after losing that matchup, and they're going to be looking for blood. And those blood could be on the hands of those boys. So coming from me in the six-man tag team matchup, another tricky pick, because I like Dalton Castle and I do like the boys. But coming from me, I'm going to go with Shane Taylor and the Briscoes to defeat Dalton Castle and the boys. And now the next matchup, it is a very interesting one-on-one showdown. On one side, he himself a former Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion with the All Night Express. He is known as the Rhett Express Rhett Titus. And Rhett Titus' opponent is representing and the leader of Villain Enterprises, and he is the 2018 Survivor of the Fittest winner who holds a future Ring of Honor World title shot. He is a former Ring of Honor Television Champion, a former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, and if you know his music, and I know you guys do, you know who I'm talking about. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. He is the villain, Marty Scurll. Now, this matchup, like I said, is very peculiar. Now, starting off with Rhett Titus first, this is a big, and I mean monumental opportunity for Rhett Titus. I mean, he hasn't been really in singles matches often. He's been in like six-man instant reward matches, but this matchup is very weird, because he's saying he's the 2018 strongest fit wrestler. If you've seen him pose, and you see Ian Rackabani going crazy and saying, wow, like, you know, you can see that Rhett Titus has a fan in Ian Rackabani. But this matchup is big, because I don't know why he's getting this shot. I mean, yes, he's a former Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion, but how many years ago was that? And really, he's not really relevant. He's just there to pose and really wrestle is not really his forte anymore. He's now more of an entertainer, posing and flexing and getting in Rackabody hard. But I don't know why he's in this matchup, but this is a big opportunity. I mean, if he can knock off Marty Scurll, which could happen, which I doubt, he will definitely possibly leapfrog Marty Scurll for a Ring of Honor World title shot. And that is a stretch, folks. The other years that he had Marty Scurll coming in, he's starting off 2019 on a good note. His Villain Enterprises team got a big win at Honor Reign Supreme in that amazing 6-man tag team battle with Silas and the Briscoes. And Main Event Marty is getting closer and closer to Main Event Marty being the Ring of Honor World Champion and possibly PCO and Brody King, the next Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion. So it could be a big year for Villain Enterprises. So coming from me, in this one-on-one matchup, I think Rhett Titus has no chance of winning this matchup, and the only thing he's going to be doing is tapping out to the chicken wing. So I am taking the villain Marty Scurll to defeat Rhett Titus. And now the next matchup, it is the final first-round matchup in the 2019 Tag Wars Tournament in Dallas, and this one could be a really good one. On one side, representing the Kingdom, and they are 2/3 of the first ever 3-time Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team Champions, the team I'm very much a fan of, the team of the heavy hitter TK O'Ryan and the Horror Master Vinny Marselius. And their opponents, also representing Villain Enterprises, they are the team I'm predicting to win the whole damn thing, consisting of Brody King and now one of my favorites, PCO, the French-Canadian Frankenstein. Now, this matchup for me a couple weeks ago was going to be my finals in San Antonio for the championship to get the opportunity, but we're getting it in Dallas in a first-round matchup, so I cannot be any happier. Now, starting off with TK and Vinny, I like these two. I love the teamwork these two have, and they have one of my favorite tag team finishers, the House of 1,000 Horses. I love the House of 1,000 Corpses, a very well-known horror film, being Vinny's the Horror Master and TK's the Iron Horse. And this TK and Vinny team definitely could win this matchup. They have a great chance, but this matchup is big because with the Kingdom being the Ring of Honor 6-Man Tag Team Champions and Villain Enterprises looking to get a shot at those belts, this matchup can definitely give them a chance to snuff out Villain Enterprises' chance of challenging the 6-Man Tag Team Champs. The other year's idea of Brody King and PCO, and if you did not watch that 6-Man Tag Team matchup at Honor Reign Supreme between Villain Enterprises and the Briscoes and Silas Young, you better go watch it because PCO, I became a huge fan of PCO because PCO in that matchup took two of the worst bumps in that matchup and found a way to win the match in the end. This dude is 50 years old and he's taking bumps like he's 30 or less than that. It's crazy. He is like the modern day version of The Undertaker. You can't kill the guy. He's a freaking Frankenstein. He took a Canadian destroyer by Silas Young on the hardest part of the ring, and he got up and just no pain. This guy is a fucking amazing, this is crazy. I could not fathom what I was seeing. But for me, this team is going to be the team that's going to win Tag Wars. I'm going to put it on record, folks. This team is going to win this tournament, and I would say they're going to be either Lethal and Gresham or Finjuice. So coming from me in this last first round matchup in the 2019 Tag Wars tournament in Dallas, you already know I'm taking Brody King and the French-Canadian Frankenstein PCO to defeat TK O'Ryan and Vinny Marselius. And now the main event. It is a first ever meeting between these two one-on-one. On one side, you have Ring of Honor's newest acquisition and maybe the hottest wrestler in 2019 right now. He is the international star Bandido. And his opponent is the former 2-time Ring of Honor World Television Champion, and he's looking to snuff out the new sensation in Ring of Honor. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is professional wrestling's last real man, Silas Young. Now, this matchup was supposed to be Bandido versus Flip Gordon, but with the injury to Flip Gordon's knee at Honor Reign Supreme, and they are saying that he may be out for months, the Ring of Honor desperately needed a challenger for Bandido, and who else would they pick but professional wrestling's last real man, Silas Young? So this is what a tough test for the new sensation in Ring of Honor. Now, starting off with a Bandido first, he's coming off his big win over PJ Black at Honor Reign Supreme, and he definitely turned some heads. And he definitely looked like he's going to be the new star in the making in Ring of Honor. And he's looking to get a big win here in the main event against a established former two-time Ring of Honor television champion. Then on the other side, you have Silas Young coming in, and this guy, for me, is one of my favorites, even though they're saying that he's the bad stuff that's in Ring of Honor right now because he was aligned with Bully Ray, and Ring of Honor wants to cut out anything to do with Bully Ray and any of his combatants, like Silas Young and the Briscoes and Shane Taylor. But Silas Young definitely is in line for a Ring of Honor television title shot. He's going to the tournament to determine the #1 contender for that belt. And for me, this is a matchup that Silas could definitely win because he could snuff out Ring of Honor's biggest star in 2019. So coming from me, in this first ever meeting between these two one-on-one in the main event, this one's tough because I love Silas Young. That misery finisher can come out of anywhere, but coming from me, I'm going to go with Bandido to defeat Pro Wrestling's last real man, Silas Young. And those are my Ring of Honor Road to G1 Supercard Dallas 2019 predictions. I want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Comment below, who do you have winning all of these matchups? Who do you have winning those 3 first-round tag team matchups in Tag War? Let me know who you got in that. And who do you have winning the whole tournament overall? I have Brody and PCO. Let me know in the comment section below your picks and your opinions. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course, reply right back to me because comments are absolutely always welcome on this channel. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Now, before you guys go, you guys can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. And of course, you guys can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button to become part of this bigger and dangerous lines. And I will see you guys possibly later today or this week for my Ring of Honor's Road to G1 Supercard Houston 2019 predictions. Later days, guys, and peace.